Hello my friends, and welcome to my 2024 front porch fall decor and refresh. I'm just showing you an overlook of what it looks like before I get into this and make it look a whole lot nicer. As you can tell, all my dead plants are out here. I need to sweep, I need to pick some stuff up, and Ruben and I did go out over the weekend and we grabbed some things. I will say something, it's kind of funny because this was not my idea. Ruben had texted me maybe Thursday, and he was like, hey, do you want to go out and get stuff for the front porch? And I was like, duh, yeah. So we made it a point to go out over the weekend and look for some stuff, and I was like, you know what, I really don't want to spend a ton of money. Our porch isn't that big. I can use some of the things that we've had from previous years, trying to save a little extra coin, and I just kind of wanted it to be a little bit more simple and just festive. So I went ahead and started by getting everything off of the porch. I have a ton of people that always ask me every time you get a glimpse of my front porch, what is this big black thing right here? And what it is there are hooks that you can fasten onto each side. You can use this inside or outside, but I hook them right there on each side of those white posts, and then I can connect that big net right there. So I can go out and sit on the porch, and Bodie can go out with me, and I don't have to worry about him running away because he doesn't listen. And we have a lot of wildlife out in our yard, and if he sees something, he's just going to take off, and it's hard to tell if I would ever get him back. Eventually, probably I would, but I'm not trying to take any chances. So back here to the porch, I had so much stuff out here that needed to be swept. Now, normally what I'll do when you see these videos, I will get my hose out, I will get some dish soap out, I'm scrubbing everything, I'm taking everything off, but I'm not doing that this year. Honestly, it wasn't that bad, so all I really needed to do was sweep. I usually take the cushion covers off of that little couch and wash them as well, but I honestly think, y'all, this is going to be the last year that this little bench slash couch is going to make it, because I know if I take those covers off and wash them, it's not going to end well. They're just going to fall apart. So we're just going to sweep them off, get all the little dead stink bugs and the leaves. Have you guys had really bad stink bugs lately? Because we definitely have. So I made sure that I got all of those off because, again, we come out here and sit quite often. And also, when we were out looking at stuff for the porch over the weekend, I saw some really cute stuff, like really cute little blankets and pillows. And for a really hot second, I thought about it, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to spend that extra money and, just go into debt over fall decor just to make a video for you guys. I really want you guys to see that you can just use whatever you have and go within a budget. Flowers to us are really needed on this porch. We need color, we need something, just a little extra zing. And also, when you guys get to the end of the video and you see everything that I decorated with, I will tell you, Ruben had a huge hand in this. Now, normally when I'm out here and I'm like, oh, I'm going to redo the front porch and I'm going to, put some nice new decor out there, give it a nice refresh, I never ask Ruben's opinion. I will ask after the fact, and I'll be like, hey, do you like this? What do you think? And of course, he's always supportive and he always enjoys it, but I never do give him an opportunity to give me his thoughts and suggestions. So that's exactly what happened this go around. And I'll tell you what, he did a really good job. I'm really excited for you guys to see it. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and finish getting this porch cleaned off. And then I'm going to come back and let you guys know everything about all of my new decor.
If only I had listened for a while, told you I miss your smile. I thought of you as a friend who can't let go, but when you left I could feel it grow, like a body of water, seeping through the edges of my soul, and getting hard.
curious to know how soon you guys decorate for fall or even Halloween for that matter, because I know as far as like YouTube world, I'm kind of behind the schedule. A lot of YouTubers will do their decorating for whatever season, probably like a month or two before anybody else does. And that's just so if you guys want inspiration or ideas, the videos are out there, which is perfectly fine. But the thing about me is if I start to decorate for something too early, for one, I'm going to get tired of looking at it by the time that holiday comes around. And for two, especially for like fall and Halloween, if you are using real pumpkins or anything else like that, as I often do, if you have that stuff out there for, any length of time, especially here in Virginia where you can have 70-degree weather days for a week and then go right back into 93 degrees for another month. You know what I mean? So I don't want this stuff to get out here and get wasted and wilted and nasty by the time that the actual holiday rolls around. You know what I'm saying? So after I got everything swept off, I wanted to give everything a good wipe down. This little black side table that a company had sent me many, many years ago is actually made for camping, and I love the thing. We have our little camera set out on it, and it's just perfect. Why spend more money if it's, it's doing its thing. It's serving its purpose. So we're going to go ahead and leave it out here as well. But I also wanted to ask your opinion on something for the door. I did go ahead and make sure that I got that cleaned because it's disgusting, especially with Bodhi. But I really want something for my front door, but I don't know what. I don't know if I want like a wreath. I don't know if I want a little sign. Also, I don't know which door to put it on. Like a lot of times I will put stuff on the inside door only because if I hang anything on that glass door, when you open and close it, whatever is hanging on it just beats up against it. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be responsible for having to purchase a new door. I don't want to do that. So let me know your thoughts, what I should do, if I should do anything. Now that everything is all clean, I'm going to go ahead and start loading everything back onto the porch. Also, these little footstools, I've had quite a few people ask me about them, and I have sent the link to those things to probably 50 people. If you're interested, I'm going to link everything on my porch that I have purchased myself. I'll link it all in the description box if you guys are interested in it. I know times are tough, and I know that a lot of times when you guys are watching these videos, you don't want us to be sitting here and selling you something. I completely get it. The economy is garbage at the moment. I fully get it. But if there is somebody out there, if you've been looking for something, it might be in my Amazon storefront. I don't know. I'll link it if you want to check it out. So these black planters we have had for so many years, and I love them. They're very versatile. I've thought about painting them once, and I'm so glad that I haven't because they have just aged so well. They're just perfect. All you got to do is rinse them off, and they look good as new. And that's what also, the wind was blowing like really hard outside this day. And this is another reason why I didn't want to get the hose out and start washing off that porch. But I had to make sure that I got these little planters cleaned up because these are going to go right beside my front door as always. And you guys, I want you to see these amazingly beautiful potted mums that Ruben picked out. These actually came from Walmart, and I believe they were $24.97 each. These are the biggest mums I've ever seen. The biggest mums I've ever seen. You might not be able to see how big they are in this video, but I promise you they are massive. Ruben is also a huge yellow flower guy. I'm not really huge on the yellow flowers, so we did compromise on the multicolored ones, and oh my gosh, these things are gorgeous. Another thing that he informed me of, he was like, you got to get the ones where the little flowers are like really little like that. And I'm like, oh no, but they're like really pretty when they're bloomed. And he's like, exactly. These haven't bloomed yet. So that means they're going to last a lot longer. So when you go to look for your mums, make sure you get some that the little blooms haven't opened yet, and then they're going to last longer for you. Also, Ruben is my little cowboy, and he absolutely loves hay bales. And when he said, hey, do you want to get some hay bales? I was like, sure. Why not? What daddy wants, daddy gets, right? I was thinking to myself, never have I ever given up so much creative control over one of my front porch refreshes that I did on this one. And I must say, it took a lot, but I had so much fun, and I had more fun just spending time with him and going to look at stuff and, just making these decisions together. I know it's not a huge deal, but it's his house too, you know what I'm saying? So why not let him go ahead and make some decisions? And it was just cute to see him look at everything. And he's one of those types of guys anyways, even before I moved in here. He always had flowers outside. He always took really good care of the yard, and I don't know, it was just really fun. So we did grab these two little hay bales from Walmart as well. I think they were like $6.97. Of course, they had a size I think that was bigger, and they had another size that was smaller. And he's like, do you want to get some different sizes? And I was like, absolutely not. Our porch is not that big. We don't need all that stuff. We just absolutely don't. Not to mention, I don't want to be tracking this stuff in and out of my house and my car. No, no thank you. So the two bales were perfectly fine. I will say that last year I did a lot more stuff out here. I spent quite a bit more money on flowers and pumpkins, but again, I've gotten to the point where I'm not just going to go out and spend money on something just to make a video. This is something that I wanted for me, and what I did this year on our porch is perfectly fine for us. I think it's super cozy, super comfy, very cute, very demure. I love it, and I hope you guys do too. But I didn't really spend too much money. Actually, Ruben didn't spend too much money. I will tell you, when it's his idea to go out and do stuff, I jump on it because I know he's paying. So thanks, Ruben, for the new fall front porch. Everybody say thank you, Ruben. Okay, so I just listened to that back, and that laugh was creepy, but I'm just gonna leave it in there. That's fine. I can be creepy. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get all of the mess swept off, and then I'm gonna start to bring my stuff in. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it's what we wanted. Okay, so you guys do what you want. We're gonna do what we want, and we're all gonna have a great time, and we're all gonna enjoy fall together. Okay. So I absolutely love these little different colored and different proportioned funky pumpkins. And we have a beautiful, amazing nursery right down the street. And they've got some of the most gorgeous pumpkins there. And Ruben had like a big basket, and he was like getting ready to fill it up with all these pumpkins. And I was like, absolutely not. We are not doing that. Pumpkins are mad expensive, okay? Mad expensive. So I did want to make sure that I had something else to put out here. And before I could see anything or say anything, Ruben said, those corns are really cute. And I was like, what? And I turned around and I saw this big table, and it just had all these, little corn husks, chucks, whatever they are. These ears of corn. And I was like, that's perfect. And then I wanted to show this to you. So he brought me this big white bucket when he went up to the farm over the weekend, and he was like, hey, I found some stuff that you might want to put on the porch. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, what is it? And he gave me this bucket, and it was full, well, not full, but he had handfuls of these pine cones and a few deer sheds. And I was like, what am I going to do with that? Like thinking to myself. Of course, I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I've never wanted anything more in my life. But I was like, what am I going to do with that, right? And I was like, we will figure it out. We will work it in here somehow. Now, here you can see me struggling. I was like, what am I going to do with this? How am I going to set it up to where it just doesn't look like I threw deer antlers and pine cones on this hay bale? You know what I'm saying? But also, I'm so tired of saying, you know what I'm saying? And I apologize for saying, you know what I'm saying so many times. But I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, we get everything up here. It looks darling. It looks so stinking cute. I'm absolutely in love with how that turned out. Also, you guys gotta keep an open mind on what these flowers are going to look like probably here within the next week. They're going to be so gorgeous. Don't worry, I will have you updated on Instagram, but they're going to look so cute. And look at this pumpkin. Ruben's like, it looks like it has warts. And I said, well, we don't discriminate in this house, so he's going home with us. But I thought he was really cool looking. So I went ahead and put him in the basket too. And I put the other little thing of corn on this side along with the other set of antlers and the pine cones. I want to call them acorns so bad, but they're not. They're pine cones. The only thing about this that worries me is because we have so many deer and other little varmint in our neighborhood, I'm terrified that I'm going to come out the front door one morning to go to work and all of this stuff is going to be eaten on my front porch. I just know it is. I just know it is. Is there a way that I could do anything to this stuff to keep that from happening? If you have an idea, let me know, because I really would hate for that to happen. I have had them come up on my porch before and eat the little buds off my flowers on my plants. So it's, it wouldn't be of any surprise to me if I came out and the corn was gone, and maybe the pumpkins too. But I'm really, really excited on how this came out. Here in just a minute, I'm going to show you an overview of everything on the front porch. Although it's not much, it's very cute, very cozy, and I love it. I also grabbed a new mailbox cover at the nursery. You guys have asked me about that last one that I got. I think it was I think it was a spring. It was in the spring, right? I think. But anyways, these are magnetized on each end. They're super simple to assemble, and they're not that expensive. The birds really tore up that one, if you know what I'm saying. And I think I got that one at Walmart last year for maybe $7. This one was a little bit more expensive because the material is a lot nicer on this one. It's not going to fade in the sun like that one did. And I think this one was only like $13. But this one specifically, it came with little zip ties if you needed to zip tie it down, and also new little numbers in case you needed some new numbers for your mailbox, which I did not. But I did go ahead and just add this. I think it's just a cute little touch, and I know that our mail lady absolutely enjoys them, and I think I'm going to start being a mailbox decor girly. I think that's what I'm going to be. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. So for every season and holiday, I'm going to have a new cover. I just think it's so cute, and it just adds, a little something. Let me know what you think. Are you a mailbox cover kind of person or not? I just think this one was stinking adorable. There were like 4 or 5 different ones that I could not for the life of me make my decision on, but this is the one that we went with, and I think it's really stinking cute. But here she is. And also, I know you guys are probably like, where's Bodie? We haven't seen Bodie. Blah, 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 because he's the star of the show. I know, I get it. It's okay. You can say it. But anyways, I did want to let you see him because he was dying. Look at there. Look how stinking cute he is. But I love how cozy this all turned out. Again, I did not spend a ton of money. I kept the same pillows on my little couch because the colors just went so well with everything else, as well as my big area rug. All of that is perfectly fine. There's no need to get new ones and spend a ton more money. I kept the same planters that I always use, and the little rug in front of my door has always been there too. But I hope you guys got some inspiration. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me for a little bit today. I hope you enjoyed it. But this is my 2024 front porch refresh. I love you and appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.